If proceeding without simultaneity, it will become a pressure because there is the grasping mind that is overlaying. It becomes karma as well. When there is a conclusion, it must be simultaneously with the essence of disengage from disengaging itself. However it is to step back, it has to be proceeding simultaneously with everything. Then it will be the conclusion that is given for samsara. It's not in the way of grasping it for oneself, because the grasping mind is overlaying there. Therefore, the word simultaneity, it has to be proceeding instantly and simultaneously. With everything is my from my itself simultaneously. With this, it will be the essence of the Maha Karuna, the great compassion. The non-attachment doesn't grasp itself. It purifies itself. It doesn't grasp itself. When there is dissolvent already, it's like there is a linking with samsara at large. There is only thing that is there, which must do, must be done, is disengage from disengaging itself simultaneously with the opening. Conclusion of Nirodha has to be given simultaneously. Plong or dissolvent is a kind of contemplation, but it doesn't grasp itself truly. When it is without grasping itself, it becomes contemplation of sunyata. It's simultaneously proceeding with everything. It is Nirodha and Samabhat, which is proceeding as one. The extinction and the awakening is simultaneously proceeding as one. No grasping for the non-grasping itself. The non-attachment doesn't grasp itself. Let's continue with the purification. Whatever that is hanging there, a tiny bit that is overlaying will be without flaw. Mind doesn't grasp mind itself. Let's make a conclusion to purify itself continuously. The conclusion that discards itself, that purifies itself continuously, simultaneously with everything. If there is dissolving already, brightening already, that is the infinite force that is proceeding simultaneously with samsara. That's already the blessing. It will purify the grasping mind that is overlaying within the conclusion, within the practice or whatever. It will be purified. The attempt to dwell within the mind is the grasping mind. The attempt to dwell within any state of mind or any conditions, the attempt to dwell within the state of mind and state of Dhamma is all about grasping. Grasping. That's why it's become the attempt to dwell. Grasping for the body-mind aggregates, states of minds, the overlaying of the grasping minds. All of these will be dissolved. Let's conclude within the conclusion itself, discard the conclusion itself without grasping the conclusion itself continuously. No grasping for the non-grasping itself continuously. Discard the discarding itself continuously. simultaneously with awakening and dissolving, simultaneously with everything. When it happens as such, awakening and dissolving or brightening is there. When there is simultaneity, awakening and dissolvance, and the essence will be proceeding all together, simultaneously. No is not no itself altogether, simultaneously. My from my itself simultaneously. Is subjected to fully opening because it's about giving up itself completely, that which is boundless. Therefore, it's impossible to hold back with anything. To regret any state of mind is impossible because it's the boundlessness. Mind is truly discarding mind itself without signifying itself truly, that which is boundless. Everything is all about blessing, forming up to bless with compassion and great compassion. This is not for the purpose of taking it for oneself to reach something, to attain something. No. It's all about blessing. It's all about helping through ending. This is not about grasping for the ending. Helping through ending as helping. This is not about ending for the sake of ending, to grasp it. That which is boundless, continue with this. If there is still limitations, just remind oneself with the boundlessness constantly. That is mind, that discarding mind without grasping itself. The power is from the forming up of blessing intentionally. Then the power will be there instantly. It is the effort for blessing, the efforts of the Maha Karuna, the great compassion. Step back, disengage from disengaging itself with everything simultaneously. Step back, no grasping for the non-grasping itself. The same essence. It's just the angle that has to be released. It's the sentence that helps release angles. Each sentence is to release angles of delusive attachments. It is the delusive attachment of opinions that is grasping, that is holding on to states of mind, to conditions of the mind. It's like flowers has many petals. A flower has many petals. Each one will unwind from itself. There are many attributes of the delusive attachments. Therefore, each sentence that is given will help release the delusive attachments. The attributes of the delusive attachment will be unfolded. Form up the perseverance in blessing, then the power in blessing will be increasing automatically. Power of helping through cutting the deluded knowing for samsara will be increasing all by itself. By diligence in blessing, it is the power of awakening to purify samsara. It's all about power. Samabat sunyata, the awakening that doesn't grasp itself, doesn't maintain itself, is samabat, awakening that purifying samsara through the voidness. Step back, not attached to the non-attachment itself. The non-attachment doesn't grasp itself simultaneously. Let's make a conclusion thoroughly. It will help each other with the power that is brighten out instantly altogether. Any mind that is not released totally will be helped by everyone else. Just step back from the non-attachment itself without grasping itself. Simultaneously with everything. This is the mandatory of the Mahakaruna. Just like intentionally purifying through the extinction and emptiness. Step back from the non-attachment itself so that it's not blocked. Without desire to grasp the non-attachment itself, then the brightness will be shined out completely. Is subjected to constant blessing, then there is an exit of the mind. Otherwise, the maintaining of the mind will pull oneself. But when it's over, it's because of the forming up of the blessing that is constant. All the drowning and sinking will be released by just continuing with blessing. Mind without grasping mind itself, stepping back from the non-attachment itself, step back from the stepping back itself, no grasping for the non-grasping itself, step back from the stepping back itself. The boundlessness. Discard the discarding itself completely. No grasping for the non-grasping itself completely, thoroughly. This will dissolve the maintaining that is like a chunk within any state of mind. All that is composed and maintained will be dissolved constantly, just like flowers that discard the blossoming state constantly. Just diligently make a conclusion to purify onwards. Discard the discarding itself. Whether it is discard the discarding itself, mind from mind itself is the same essence. It's always brighten out, always unwinding from the unwinding itself, the unwinding the discarding itself, the exit that discarding the exit itself, releasing from the releasing itself. The normal knowing is impossible to use to purify samsara. Stillness also is impossible to help purifying samsara. There must be the boundlessness only that can be used for purifying samsara. No grasping for the non-grasping itself. Discard the discarding itself. No grasping for the non-grasping itself. Discard the discarding itself. That which is not being limited to certain extent. That which is boundless, not being limited.